Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the SMA Victor Podcast. I am your host, Victor, aka Victor the Inspiration, and today we are going to be talking about innovations for SMA. Let's get right into it. Hi ChatGPT, I want you to be my co-host within today's episode, and within today's episode, we are going to be talking about gene editing innovations for SMA. Now I have an article here in front of me and it says gene editing innovations for SMA focus on correcting the underlying genetic cause by either delivering a functional SMN gene replacement, or by directly editing the SMN2 gene to increase functional protein. Recent advancements include the development of a combined gene supplementation and editing approach called gene duet, which shows promise in animal models, by outperforming gene supplementation alone. Another promising innovation is the use of base editing, which can correct the specific mutation in SMN2 gene to increase the inclusion of exon 7 in the final protein. ChatGPT, what does this mean for myself and the audience listening?
That's a great question. Essentially, these innovations mean that the treatments for SMA are becoming more precise and potentially more effective by actually correcting the underlying genetic cause, rather than just managing symptoms. These advancements could lead to longer-term improvements in muscle function and overall quality of life. It's an exciting step forward.
That is so cool. I always make a joke where, I always make a joke where I said I would love to find a cure or develop the physical strength to, pick up my wheelchair and flip it over. And I always make a joke out of it, but there is some bit of a truth behind that. The joke out of it is obviously flipping the wheelchair, right? But the slight truth within that is developing the physical strength to be able to do so is extraordinary. And I think with the advancements and the medical treatment breakthroughs we are currently advancing and evolutionalizing within the SMA community is extraordinary in my eyes, especially in today's era with medical treatments. Let's get right into the next topic. It says gene replacement therapy mechanism delivers a fully functional copy of the human SMN gene into motor neuron cells using a harmless adeno-associated virus, AAV, vector. And it says example, Zolgensma is a single-dose therapy approved for children under 2 years old with SMA. If you would like to learn more about what Zolgensma is, please look at the playlist, learn about SMA, and you will find that video there. It is a great video. I highly recommend it. ChatGPT, what does that mean?
So in a nutshell, gene replacement therapy like Zolgensma is a game changer because it essentially provides a working copy of the SMN gene, which is the root cause of SMA. The treatment is delivered using a viral vector, which is basically a harmless virus that carries the gene into the cells that need it. The cool part is that it's a one-time treatment, and it can be really effective for young children. It's a huge step forward for the SMA community.
Yeah, so it's a one dose. Children under 2 years of age can get it. I don't know if anyone above 2 can get it. I personally haven't heard of it. 2 years old or younger can receive Zolgensma, and it is a one dose where it's just a one dose, one and done. And I heard significant improvements about it. I highly, again, recommend watching that video. Again, it's a great video. Gene editing therapies, CRISPR case-based gene editing mechanism, directly editing the SMN2 gene to increase the production of functional SMN protein. This can be done by stimulating the inclusion of exon 7. Advancements. The gene duet approach combines gene supplementation with CRISPR case-based genome editing to improve outcomes, showing greater efficiency to animal models than gene supplementation alone. And the third one says advancement. Base editing is another method that precisely corrects the specific mutation in SMN2 gene without correcting a double-strand break. With successful application in mouse models and cells, ChatGPT, what do those three things mean? Please break it down.
Sure thing. So let's break it down. For 8, the gene duet approach combines two strategies, gene supplementation and CRISPR-based editing. This combination has shown better results in animal studies compared to just adding the gene alone. It essentially makes the treatment more effective. Second, there's the base editing technique, which is super precise. It can correct the specific mutation in the SMN2 gene without causing a double-strand break in the DNA, which makes it safer and more efficient. And lastly, these advancements are all about making treatments more effective and potentially accessible to a broader range of patients. It's really promising for the future.
That is amazing. The next topic, it says other gene editing approaches, mechanism. Other methods include using antisense ASO's abbreviation that bind to the SMN2 pre-mRNA to promote exon 7 inclusion. ChatGPT it says I know this word. Oligonucleotides? ChatGPT, how do you pronounce that?
You're very close. It's pronounced oligonucleotides. It's definitely a mouthful, but it basically means short strands of nucleic acids that can bind to specific RNA sequences. So these ASOs are used to help the SMN2 gene produce more of the functional protein by ensuring that exon 7 is included. It's a really clever approach.
Advancements. Scientists are also exploring targeting other genes like ZPR1 or PLS3, which may play a role in the disease process, to see if their modulation can ameliorate the symptoms. Did I say that correctly?
You did great. You pronounced it perfectly. And the idea is that by targeting other genes that might influence the progression of SMA, researchers hope to find additional ways to alleviate symptoms and improve quality of life. So it's really exciting to see how these different avenues are being explored.
That's amazing. I apologize. Wait, ChatGPT, really quick, can you please summarize this video? And also, can you then follow up providing 3 key takeaways for the audience listening?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to summarize the video for you. Just to recap, we covered some really exciting advancements in gene editing for SMA, including the gene duet approach that combines gene supplementation with CRISPR, the use of base editing for precision correction, and also the use of ASOs to promote exon inclusion. And we also touched on the exploration of other genes that might help improve symptoms. For the key takeaways, here are 3 big points. 1, innovative approaches combining gene supplementation with CRISPR editing can enhance treatment effectiveness for SMA. 2, precision medicine. Base editing offers a more precise way to correct genetic mutations without causing additional DNA damage. And 3, expanding treatment options. Scientists are also looking at other genes to potentially improve outcomes, which shows a lot of promise for future therapies. I hope that helps.
And to help emphasize as well, to draw attention to what gene editing innovations for SMA were discussed within this discussion.
Absolutely. The key gene editing innovations we talked about are the gene duet approach, which combines gene supplementation with CRISPR editing, the use of base editing for precise correction of mutations, and the application of ASOs to promote exon inclusion. These advancements really highlight the cutting-edge progress being made in the SMA field.
This was a great episode. I apologize if I was a bit rushing that process instead of like actually breaking down every single one throughout like maybe 3 or 4 minutes into the episode, about 5 minutes into the episode. I am in extreme pain where I am like beginning to sweat. I'm like getting extremely hot. And having that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I tried to make 5 videos for this YouTube channel, and I cannot do 5. However, I did do 3, which is pretty good. Busy week, so I'm trying to get a lot done. In addition, I did, however, create 8 pieces of content in regards to this one, along with my other one. So I did get a lot done. But, being in this position for a while and not stretching and doing that, it definitely takes a toll on my body. And anyhow, having that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I just wanted to mention that a little bit. If I was a little bit off a little bit in the video, if I was moving quite a bit, I was even moving quite a bit with my last episode. I felt a sneaky nap, but I was trying to push myself to create another. Try to create 5, but I think this will do. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I am your host, Victor, aka Victor the Inspiration. If you do not know who I am, please Google me, Victor the Inspiration, all in one word. And I think you may be astonished at what you find. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Comment down below what you learned from today's episode. Did you know about the new innovations for the SMA community in regards to gene editing therapies? And please subscribe if you are new. I am so close to 100 subscribers. I currently have 84 subscribers at the time of this recording. And it would be extraordinary and amazing to reach that milestone. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And again, as always, remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.